All right. So let's talk about what we're going to learn this week. We have three stories. The first one is How Glooskap Found Summer. The second one is The Five Brothers. The third one is Good for Thurgood. So the first story we'll talk about first is How Glooskap Found Summer. This is a Native American legend. Native American are the people who first lived in the area that is now the United States. And this is a legend about how summer was created. The next one is The Five Brothers. This is another legend. So these two stories might be a little bit similar. They might have some things in common. The Five Brothers is a Chinese legend. So that's a legend from a different culture, from the Chinese culture. The last one is Good for Thurgood. This is a story about American history. And Good for Thurgood is a non-fiction story. So the first two, The Five Brothers and How Glooskap Found Summer, those are fiction stories, right? They're not real, not true. But Good for Thurgood is a true historical story about a very important person in American history. So I hope you enjoy these three stories. This week in this class, your target is to learn the following things, or learn about them. The first one is the past tense. We'll be talking about the past tense this week. The past tense is talking about what happened before. So for example, I see animals today is the present tense. That's talking about what is happening now. The past tense, I saw animals yesterday, talks about what happened before, or what happened about the past. So we see this word saw is in the past tense. We'll be looking at how to make more words in the past tense in this week. Cause and effect is a reading strategy that we'll work on. Cause and effect means seeing the relationships among the events in the story. So for example, cause tells us why something happens. Effect tells us what happened. So this is a relationship of why something happened and then what happened. Cause and effect relationships help readers understand stories better. The next one is compound words. Compound words are words that you have two small words and you put them together to make one word. So one is good night. Good and night are two small words, and you put them together to make good night. Candy bar is another one. You have candy and bar. You put them together to make one word, candy bar. These are compound words. If you can understand compound words, you can have stronger vocabulary or understand more words in English. The last one is visualize. Visualize means using the author's words to make a picture of the story. So the author writes, and you use your ideas to make a picture in your mind. That can help readers to understand. So these four skills are what you'll be working on this week in reading the stories that we have selected. Okay, let's start with number one, How Glooskap Found Summer. I mentioned that this is a Native American legend. A legend is a story from the past, from long, long ago, that people created to explain things in the natural world. So, for example, why does the sun come up? Why does it rain? These are things that we learn about today in science. But long, long, long ago, people didn't know about science. And so this story, How Glooskap Found Summer, is a legend about how this important person brought summer to the world. Now, is it true? No. But it can tell us about the culture of the people who we're reading about. So it's an interesting thing to study and learn other cultures and study and learn about their ideas about the natural world. So let's think. How Glooskap Found Summer starts long, long, long ago. And it's written by early people. These are the stories that early people told because they didn't know about science. So you can think about Earth's creation, how Earth was created in their minds. When Earth was created, the people might have been thinking about how did that happen? And they really didn't know. Because they didn't know, they told stories. Now, today, we know about science. We know that the Earth revolves around the sun. The Earth's tilt and the revolution gives different kinds of sunlight to different areas. So when the Earth is tilted away from the sun, then that part of Earth is receiving less sunlight and it's winter. When the Earth is tilted towards the sun, that part of Earth is receiving more direct sunlight and it's summer. That's what we know today. So before we read this story, let's think, what if the whole world was always winter, never summer? How would you feel? What would it be like? What would it look like? These are some images that I have shown, some pictures that I have given you to think about a winter world. Always winter, never summer. And that's what the start of How Glooskap Found Summer begins. It starts in a world that's always winter, never summer. So to begin, in your notebook, please write this one. How would you feel if it were always winter and never summer? Sorry, I have to put the question mark. If it were always winter and never summer, I would feel, Please write that in your notebook. Okay, now please open up your book and look through the pictures, look through the pages. Try to think, what do you think this story is going to be about? You can write this sentence in your notebook. I think this story will be about... Okay, now it's your turn to read the story. Please read How Glooskap Found Summer. Enjoy.